All right, world, man. Here we go. Here we go. I'm back at it again. Y'all know it's only right. It's only right that I grab this individual right here. You know, another person. Y'all gotta excuse the noise too, cause I'm at the track. You know, this our life or whatever. I'm at the track now. We doing this interview still, but I, in my eyes, in many eyes, a legend in the game. Definitely a legend in the game. Definitely earned her props and her keeps or whatever. One of my day ones or whatever. Got Misssupersport on the line. I know plenty of y'all familiar with her or whatever, but we gonna jump into this interview. So I got the first question for you. Basically, is how did you come up with the name for your car? Or better yet, we gonna scratch that. How did you come up with your name, Misssupersport? Just explain that.
Well, I can answer both of them for you. Like back in 2000, when I had bought my first SS, it came with a 355 in it. Built motor, everything built. Lamar Walton built the motor. Lamar Walton out of Snellville. So like the car I got, this ain't my first barbecue with having a bad car. And I used to work out all the time, you know. And then my car super sport, and one day I just sitting just thinking, I'm like, I'm just so sporty and the car sporty, and actually it was like a kind of like a crossword puzzle name. I'm like M-I, my, then it's super sport, you know, Miss Super Sport, that's me. That fit me all the way. Me and the car. So that's how I came up with that name. And how I came up with the name Attitude Adjuster for my SS is I used to call my car Black Boy. The Black Boy Pretty Boy. So, you know, then I decided to call the car Attitude Adjuster and name my racing team Black Boy Racing because I didn't want it to be all about me. So I changed the name of the car to Attitude Adjuster. And, you know, Attitude Adjuster is just like, kind of like the Pastor Troy song. I felt like I was going to adjust some attitudes. Because they feel like, you know, I'm the underdog because I'm a girl. So they ain't going to expect me, you know, to come to bring it. They ain't going to expect that. So I let them sleep on me. I continue to be the underdog. But I know I got the attitude of justice in front of the hood for real.
There y'all have it. I can dig that. I can dig that. All right, we're gonna slide to the next question, which is as I always say, every interview a touchy subject, cause it is or whatever. But what's the maximum and minimal amount of money that you feel comfortable betting in a grudge race?
Your phone breaking up.
All right, I said the second question is what's the maximum and minimal amount of money you feel comfortable betting in a grudge?
Oh, but that's not a touchy subject at all. I feel like whatever my pockets will allow at the time. You feel me? Cause first and foremost, home come first. My child come first before this car and anything else. So, you know, I just feel like whatever my pockets will allow, it ain't no maximum. Cause it just depends. You know, what I got that I feel like I want to fuck up at that time. Whatever I feel like I can stand to lose.
That's a real good answer right there. I can really respect that or whatever. That's a real respectable answer. First person that actually answer like that way too. So hope y'all heard that. That's a good answer. All right. The third question is who's on your hit list if you have one? Who on the hit list?
I got a hit list. I definitely got a hit list, but I'm not gonna put my hit list out there because I'm gonna come left field with these niggas. They think it's sweet. They just don't know. A couple of them out there watching, and I was like, we just don't know. We gonna sit beside this one, but I definitely want to. This one name that I will put out there. Me and Break the Law. We got to square things up. We got to sit back next to each other again because it seems like every time we get ready to square up, it's something, you know. I came to Sunfish specifically for them and to race them, and that didn't go down because they said that they didn't like the way the track felt, but I was ready to get it on, you know, and I came down to Edison, and I was ready to get it on, and they were having problems out their transmission. So, one of these days, when both cars running right, then we can get it on. I'll be ready to get it on with them. I know how it goes. I know how they probably felt like, damn, every time, we gonna lock up, something happen. Shit, that's how it is with these cars. But we're gonna eventually have to sit beside each other. That's gonna have to happen. Cause I like the way they car run. You feel me? They got a good running car, right. And I feel like it'll be a good race.
All right, break the law, break the law. Y'all heard it. All right, she coming. So we gonna.
They ain't the only one. There's a couple of more, but I ain't finna call no name because they don't even need to know. They gonna know when I pull up at the water box. Say, pull on around in this staging lane.
All right, y'all heard that. So the rest of y'all, hey, it's top secret right now, but in due time y'all will know. So on that note, we're gonna slide to the next question, which probably probably gonna be on the routes too. But who do you feel is going to be your most anticipated race?
I feel like because when I was just out here, then they get the car right, and I felt like, okay, everything getting good, I can get out here and jump out here. Then I don't know if everybody knows, like my car ended up getting wrecked on 20. The back tire blew out on the Suburban, then the front tire blew out on the Suburban. Jackknife threw me into the guardrail, slung the car and trailer into the Suburban. Car and trailer go down I-20. Car never came out the trailer. I get out the Suburban, walk up, look at my car. The driver's side look, okay, I'm cool. I look at the passenger side, it's messed up. So I'm like, good God Almighty, right when I was finna get ready to just really get out here, I had to start over, go grab another car, switch everything over. So I'm in the midst of putting that one all the way together as far as setting it all the way up for racing, period, point blank. So I feel like anybody that race is the most anticipated race because people want to see it. So it don't even matter who it is.
Yeah, that's true. It's true story. True story about that one. So let's see. We're gonna slide to the next one. Then name 5 grudge racers in the game that have earned your respect.
I feel like anybody that's putting the car together, those who started, those who been doing it, all of them got my respect because I know what it costs to put a car together. I know how much money I have invested in putting the car together and still not done. So anybody out here doing it and not just sitting around criticizing other people, like sitting around talking about, oh, this person car slow and this person car slow, and they ain't even doing what we do. They ain't spending the money that we spend. It's irrelevant. Like, people out here doing it, spending their check, out here racing, making stuff happen. I don't care what type of number you running. You out here trying. So anybody out here trying and doing it, I respect all of them doing it. So I can't just say just 5, I respect anybody doing it.
There's much respect on that. That's a real deal answer right there. A person can't do nothing but respect that. So I definitely hope y'all all, heard that, take it in or whatever, cause there's some real talk. But gonna slide to the next question. And you kind of hit on this already. But what made you start the race team you started?
Well, because we started out with stock motors, me and Slim. March 19th, I think it was like 2010, and we go down the track, and we had stock motors, and the adrenaline rush. It was like, I I ain't never did no drugs in my life, but I can understand how people get an addiction because that's how my addiction started, you know. And it's just like I wanted more, and I wanted more, and I wanted more, and I wanted more, and it's just like more money, money here, money there, money there, and it's like we started out because we like the racing. We was out here doing a little street racing, playing around, and people already know me. So I started the team because I got friends that like racing, and so you know they'll support me. If they not racing, they support me in what I do. As far as being at the track, you know, my blog talk radio show that I have every Tuesdays and Thursdays, and it started out that I got solid friends, and I wanted them to be a part of what I had going, and I didn't want it to be just about me. You know, I was like, you know, people that really know me, they know that I talk shit, but they know that I'm good people. And, you know, I wanted to be surrounded by good people, so that's why I started the team, you know. And anybody just can't be in the team. You got to really have a passion for the racing and try to be doing something. Like, if you ain't out, you ain't got to have no car with no built motor or 454 small block solid roller, 750 lift cam. You ain't got to have all that. You just got to have the drive. Because, like I said, I started out, believe it or not, when me and Slim took a race down at Mandrell Track on March 19th, that was a stock 305 Chevrolet Vortex. I had a built 700 transmission and a 7.5 rear end with 373 gears. So everybody got to start somewhere, just as long as you start.
That's a true story right there. That's the fact. Them facts right there, straight up. Everybody got to start somewhere, but you just got to start. I like that. So, we going to slide on to the next question then. How do you feel this year going to go for you as far as grudge racing?
I feel it's going to go great because I'm coming out with a new car. People want to see the new car. I'm coming out with everything just new. It's going to be a whole different ball game. And I feel like it's going to be a good year for the whole team. As a matter of fact, I got a Mississippi chapter. A-Rab, Travis, Bernard, the other dude, Quazay, I think his name, something like that. My Mississippi chapter, they coming down, they support me in the racing. So I got a lot of good supporters who really, you know, want to see me do this. They don't mind changing the tires out, pulling the car up, and I feel like it's going to be a good year, especially with the Wizard as my mechanic, a.k.a. Michael Wright, the living legend.
That's what's up. That's definitely what's up right there. I feel like it's going to be a good year for you, too. Feeling real good for you. So, that note, we're going to slide to the last question, which is, like, do you consider yourself a bear or a bully in your class or whatever? And, like, what's your definition of a bear or a bully in the game?
I'm a bear. I can't be no bear. I'm the underdog. You know they want to race the girls because they think it's sweet. Ain't nothing sweet with sugar. Oh, my God. I feel like a bully is somebody who pretty much try to race the cars that they know that they can beat. You just don't pick on the person because you know that you got more than them. You know, that's what I consider a bully. Like people that do stuff like that.
Right.
I feel like race somebody's car just as fast as yours.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's a race that I was in, you know, that would have never went down, but I was bullied, and the race ended up happening because once I built my motor, you know, I'm like, okay, we even now, let's get it.
Right. I can dig that. I definitely can dig that. Well, that end the interview. You know, I always, like I said, I always got to close out with some final remarks or whatever. give people a little background on me and Misssupersport. You know, if you've been following my channel for I say past 7 years, maybe longer, then you for me, you know, she been around since day one or whatever, literally all the way day one when we was trying to come up, you know, and wasn't too many people supporting. So, you know, definitely a special person, whatever, and real deal fam, whatever, a true day one. So I just want to say, you know, I appreciate you. I appreciate
your
everything.
Phone breaking up.
Yeah.
We can't hear you. Your phone is breaking up. We can't hear you.
I'm back. But I was just telling the world, you know, that you a true day one. You've been around since the beginning. Like when really trying to just get everything started and everybody wants supporting. So, you know, I tell them, you know, you special people and real grateful for everything, and just want to say I appreciate you, everything you do, and I appreciate you doing this interview or whatever. But I always like to end the interview with, you know, if there any final remarks you want to make, then the mic open.
Yeah.
All right, world. We just had a call just dropped. Y'all know how these phones is or whatever. So we back on the line, and it actually dropped at the end of the interview. So basically, you know, like I was saying, you know, I like to let the racer close the interview out. So, you know, Misssupersport, if there's any final remarks you want to make, the mic is open. You can go and take it home.
Yeah, my promotion and racing and turning up in YouTube, I got to give a shout out to my boy Hype Man, because it's times that me and Hype Man, we got a type of bond that people will probably never understand. I mean, that man is like a crazy brother for real. Like, it's he's the type of dude that, you know, I consider family. Like, we feel each other just like family. Like, if we had each other's last name, we couldn't be more closer. And the shit that we come up with, I guess why we're a good combination, because we just don't give a damn. Like, we'll say whatever. Like, we'll sit up in my house. I remember one time we sit up in the house, and I was supposed to do a YouTube, and I was gonna jump off from under the hood of my car. But it was like, you still gonna do this, jumping out the hood? I'm like, man, I'm sick. I don't feel like it. I'm like, you do it. He's like, okay, let's get it. You know, pretty much anytime I say anything, he don't go. You know, and like when we started our blog talk radio show on Tuesday, Thursdays, it's crazy because the way we started it, I actually was starting out doing an inspirational line on Sundays. And it's like, because I know a lot of people, they be going through stuff, and a lot of people call me for pretty much inspiration and upliftment. So when I started the show, that's what we was initially doing. Like, people calling in, and I didn't want to call it a prayer line because, you know, ain't none of us no ordained ministers, and ain't none of us no better than the other. You know, he who without sin cast his first stone. Can't nobody cast no stone, because we all sin in some kind of way. So we started out with that, and then it just, you know, it was like, let's just start a little racing show too, because, you know, some of the other shows I like, and some little shows for like the people that street race, you know, that ain't no serious grudge racer, like, you know, some of the high dollar grudge racing, you know, some cater to the street racing, and some of the friends that we got that like this and want to get on here and talk a little trash. So, you know, we started doing that, and pretty much everything that I have done, he's been my number one supporter. You know, as far as, let's get it out, man. Let's get it, Misssupersport, let's go. So, you know, I want to give a special shout out to Hype Man, a.k.a. the man with the stroke leg, a.k.a. Black Boy Racing Team. You know, shout out to all my team. You know, shout out to my girl Stephanie, a good manager. She handles the business that need to be done. Shout out to Slim. Hope you bring the box Chevy out soon. Like I said, my Mississippi chapter, Tony, Wortham, good God, man. Oh, Lord. Mike McGordon, my Covington chapter. I got a Covington chapter in Blackwood Racing. He doing his thing. He down with gbodypoints.com. Like, people on the team are productive. I try to, have productive members around. James, he got the most audition coming out. I mean, then we got Tow Truck Hell. Just trying to get it, trying to make it. Trying to be a variety of everything. And then, people be hollering at, is it a race, is my car a race car, or is a car show car, this and third. Baby, it's the best of both worlds. We doing it all. We racing, we car clubbing it, we car showing it. So if you want to say, oh, they're a car club, hey, we might be that too. We everything. I'm all over the place. My team all over the place. We unlimited, like Hype Man Unlimited say. We unlimited.
Y'all heard it live, man. Y'all heard it live from here on J Malcolm 2004. Y'all heard it live from Misssupersport.
Oh yeah, hey J Malcolm.
What's up?
Holler at me for red velvet cakes and pecan pies. I ain't no Betty Funkle, but I guarantee my red velvet cakes and pecan pies all the same. 448406782.
And on that note, we out of here.